Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our chats with Emily as we are calling our readings through the 1,775 poems of Emily Dickinson contained within the Johnson edition. We turn now to poem 46, I Keep My Pledge. This is another rose poem, going back to poem 19 where Emily says, I'm a rose. And it's not altogether clear who the recipient of this poem and the rose that probably attended in some way, literal or metaphoric, was for. And we obviously we can speculate, as we often will do with these poems, but we're not totally clear. Now, our assumptions are that you've been with us at learnstrong.net, down that left-hand side, Chats with Emily, our playlist. And I'm hopeful that you are already familiar with our introductory set of comments and our intro lecture. And then we've worked with the last 45 poems, just finishing with Quieter Than Sleep. Now, the poem is a love poem, another one of Emily's love poems. It's just not altogether clear the woman that she is referencing. Let's enjoy the poem. I keep my pledge. I was not called. Death did not notice me. I bring my rose. I plight again by every sainted bee, by daisy called from hillside, by bobolink from lane. Blossom and I, her oath and mine, will surely come again. I'm often interested in what Emily doesn't do. For example, notice no exclamation points in this poem. The use of the dash, yes. The syntax will matter for us because of the last three lines as being a response to the fact that she has lost somebody she cares about. Is this another Sue poem? It's hard to tell. She could be talking, again, not necessarily about a physical death, but a possible, death of acquaintance in terms of friendship or something like that. It's hard to know with Emily. Notice she'll begin with the word pledge. I keep my pledge. We're going to see this when we meet poems 230 and 247, and we'll wait to see this use of the promise or the pledge. And it's clear that Emily cares about keeping your word. She cares about remembrance. She cares about promises or vows, in this case pledge. I was not called, and then notice the dash. Death did not notice me. Notice the repeating of the idea. In other words, somebody died and I didn't. And then the rose, taking us obviously back to poem 19, I'm a rose. I bring my rose, I plight again. Notice the word again as the last word of the poem. By every sainted, and now we're going to get these three kind of promissory objects. By every sainted, again the use of the word sainted is fascinating. By every sainted bee, by daisy called from hillside. By the way, bee will take us as well back to poem 18. And then you'll remember Daisy from poem 22. By Daisy called from hillside, by bobolink from lane. Of course, back to poem 18 with bobolink. So bees, daisies, bobolinks, and the bird bobolink from lane. She goes, by all of those, I promise, I swear, I make my pledge. Blossom and I, calling the lover a blossom, or the one that she cares for a blossom. Blossom and I, her oath and mine, notice we go from pledges to oaths, will surely come again. By the way, poem 17 was the only use of surely other than this one here. This, again, promise that at some point, and this is usually read as the belief in afterlife, I will get to see my pal again face to face as a whole. At 2a, what is the message here? I think that even in death, she's arguing, you can't alter true love or true friendship, the promise of, the pledge of maybe able to see each other in the afterlife. At 2b, I love her use of the word surely here. This idea, and you see this a lot in Emily's poems, that it's almost as if she's trying to convince herself, you know what I mean? Through the poetry, she'll convince herself, surely it will come again. Surely the opportunity to see my blossom will come again. Of course, the symbolism at 2b is obvious. At 3a, go back to poem 17 and just study the way in which poem 17 will play very similarly to a poem like this. And finally, at 3b, how are we going to own a poem like this? What about this one? Who is the pal in your life that you share this kind of a bond with? That is to say that surely we will meet again. Surely we will have the opportunity of sharing something again. Who is that individual for you? And I'm hopeful that Emily is challenging you to think. Thank you.